So hey guys, today we are, looking at a first person thing, which is something we usually don't do on this channel because usually we play with the other guys, but the other guys aren't here today, so we decided to do something a little different and doing a little bit of a solo match here. And I'm going to kind of walk you through my thought process as we get to a top 10 area and a top 10 combat situation. So right now, as you can see, I am being the ruthless snake in the grass that I usually am. I don't really know why I do this. This kind of comes from me from my time when I go out hunting, where I don't want to be seen at all possible. I want to see the enemy before the enemy sees me. And that is kind of my thought process while I go into this little shenanigan. Nothing really big behind this. It's just what I do. I always try to keep looking. I do not like at the moment that I do have this bright green helmet on, but I do with what I got. It does protect my head from something, which is what we're kind of going for at this point. Right now, I'm kind of hearing a little bit of footsteps. Nothing too major. But there are some funky noises going on. I kind of keep scanning the area. I'm kind of scared of that boy band shit shack down there. You'll hear us refer a lot of times to in our videos as those shit shacks. That's just something of a call sign we guys like to do. As you can hear, I kind of hear something clinging and clanging right now, and I think it's another guy snaking through the grass or something. So I get down, hide, and look over. And if you can see up there on the rocks, my bike did scare me.
God damn, my bike scared me.
And that was something I had never seen before.
That legitimately was scaring me. That's all.
So, as you can see, I'm kind of doing one thing that the levelcapgaming team taught us to do, and that was, kind of run around the map, either go clockwise or counterclockwise. I am going, in this instance, I'm going counterclockwise because there was less buildings this way. And I had a little bit more tree cover. Most of the time I try to stick to trees because trees are my friends, and I can usually see around a lot of trees. Like right here, I see this guy. And Jordy, or Reggie as we call him, he would have told me not to shoot at this guy. Do not engage unless you are seen. But my instincts are going, well, let's see what happens. So I take a couple shots. And of course, being the guy I am, I do miss. Now, most of you guys are going to be average players like me. We're going to miss our shots every now and then. And that's okay. I hit one there. So that means this guy is at least sweating a little bit. So I do switch to the car here. And the car is, the reason I switched to that is because I'm looking for a little more precision than accuracy. And I want to put less shots downrange and a more accurate shot. But from what I can tell, the guy has moved on. So reprime all my weapons and move into a position where this guy can't see me unless he pushes on me. And he's not going to be pushing on me at this scenario because he doesn't want to have to deal with me. Because he wants to get in circle before he has to deal with me. So I am pushed towards him. That's the situation he wants at this time. So I am going down the path. I can quickly scan to make sure that he's not there. I think he's on top of this hill in front of me. But what we soon come to find out is that he's really not. And you'll see here in a second. That house makes me nervous. That one house, I have died many times to that house. And so we kind of sneak over the hill here. And we notice him running. This time I decided to wait to take the shots because I know circle is moving in on me. I don't have time for this kind of engagement. Still, I talked myself out of it one last time. Let him go over that hill. I know he's probably going to be over that hill. Hopefully he doesn't, wait on me. And is waiting there for me. We'll see what happens. You guys notice he's sitting in the grass right there. Yep. You can see him snaking along. And I put a couple shots into the guy. He shot me once. And he did pretty good damage to me. And right here, I barely make it in a circle. Just barely. I don't know how I made it in the circle this time. But barely made it. Get all meted up. I am in a very bad situation because my main gun is down to 9 bullets. I don't know where those other shots are coming from, but I'm dealing with the target that is in my line of sight. And proof now that I actually can snipe, and that was 2 shots, 1 kill. I did alright there. I did alright. So here I decided to do some risky business because every now and then you gotta do some risky business. And thankfully when I got up on this guy, he had a health pack and I was astounded. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank goodness. Alright, now since everyone in their God's green earth knows where I am, I'm going to be moving up. Now, one thing I am ruthless for is crawling in the grass. And these wheat fields, these make prime places for me to crawl. And the reason I stopped on the outside of circle is because right now people are looking for people on the inside of circle. I stopped just to shy short, just to see if I can start to see if people are getting into circle. In this instance, I didn't see anybody, but it's always good to get into the little testing. And right now, you can, if you listen, you can kind of hear me trying to breathe because I am getting a little nervous getting that top 10 jitters. Because I didn't make it to the top 10, and 2 of my kills were in the top 10, which is something that doesn't happen too often for me. So if you hear those like light little taps, you'll hear them every now and then. They're little light taps. That's someone with a silencer. That's something you kind of want to be careful of because that guy, he has less things working for you so you can identify where he's at. That silencer does suppress his flash and the muzzle bang, essentially. The repertoire is what it's called. Or rapport. Yeah, the rapport. The sound that the gun makes. And in this instance, that's something I'm kind of looking for. I'm kind of checking out those windows over there. And as you can hear, I kind of don't want to go through that town. It's a bad spot. Which is something that I completely agree with myself. And I'm very proud that I made that decision. And here I do my shameless crawl through the grass. And that is something, if you got to do what you got to do to win the games. Now, the reason I like keeping a low profile is it's a little trickier for someone to see me. Now, the risk you run with this, and this has, messed me up a lot of times, is that if you crawl like this, your mobility is absolutely shit. And in this game, mobility is everything. But knowing your enemy's location before they know yours is more valuable than maneuverability in my standards. So if I can get that drop on the other guy, to the point where, I can stand up real quick and put blood down range, I'm doing fine. Now, some people, they say, well, when you get to closest final circle like this, you should, drop your pack and move on with what you got. But in this instance, I didn't do that because, frankly, the way circle kind of messed with me I fought circle this entire game to the point where, I just didn't have time for that kind of thing. Now, if you see here, I'm kind of moving, and I'm trying to, get close as I can into circle without really moving across that road, because that road is going to be really bad for me because there's no cover and I gotta move. Now here, I lucked out. I saw this guy at the very last second. He wasn't looking at me, and I just put a bunch of shots into his head and then got in circle. I didn't stop and loot him because at this point I just told everybody where I was at. Now from what I could tell, he got a couple shots into me. And that weird funky move I just made there, that was a lag. At this point I didn't realize that there were 2 of us left. I still thought there were 3 of us, and I didn't realize it was me and that other guy. So right now I'm kind of trying to figure out where he's at. And my priority right now should have been on him, but instead I decided that my priority should be circle. And that was my horrible, horrible error. And he smacked me.
Network lag. But he also got me with the AKM as well. Oh my goodness. Top 2. That was fun.
Hey, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this helped a little bit in my thought process on how I do this. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Remember, don't forget to subscribe.